Hi guys, we are here in La Jolla with our, I say trainer, but I always mistake yoga people, how they like to be called.
Yes, well, some like to be called teachers, some like to be called instructors. I am a teacher, instructor, and a trainer, a little bit of everything.
Sensei, I don't know, but you know, Jenny, so she's a yoga teacher from almost 20 years. Can you tell us more about you or what we're going to do today?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to. So I specialize in Yin Yoga. I've been practicing yoga for over 20 years, and I specialize in this very specific style of yoga. It is a functional approach to yoga focusing on functional effects. So Paul Grilly is the founder of Yin Yoga, and the beauty of Yin Yoga is that it focuses on the tissues in the body that often get overlooked. So yang forms of exercise and yoga are your power styles of yoga, vinyasa, hatha, ashtanga. All those styles of yoga focus on the muscles. The muscles benefit from rhythmic, repetitive movements, strengthening the muscles, toning the muscles. The yin tissues on the body are the opposite, so focus on the connective tissues. Fascia is a big one that we talk about a lot. Bones, ligaments, joints, vertebral discs, cartilage, tendons, etc. So the deep fascia is anchored to the bones, and that's what we're really working on in this style of yoga. So the goal is to relax the muscles as much as possible so that you can begin to work through those deep, dense layers of tissues and release stress and tension from the body. So most poses in a yin practice, and in this practice for sure, most of these practices, we are going to be seated or floor-based. You'll also be reclining in some of the positions, and we'll be using the HydroCore as a prop. It will also be really great for pressure, and this will help you to get a nice deep stretch. Also, the beauty of this style of yoga is that it helps promote flexibility and mobility in the body. So you'll start by creating a shape with your body, also known as a pose in yoga or yang forms of yoga. You'll create a shape with your body. You'll explore some different variations. Because of the tremendous spectrum of skeletal variations, everyone's shape is going to be different. So you'll notice as I demonstrate shapes, my shapes are going to look different than these two, and they're going to look different than yours.
These two.
These two beautiful students. No, everyone's shape is going to be different. So don't try to make your shapes look like any of our shapes. Make the shape work for you. This is a therapeutic style of yoga. It's slow, it's meditative. Again, the goal is to release stress and tension, blockages from the body so that you can become more flexible. This is a beautiful style of yoga that complements yang forms of exercise in general. That's why it pairs so beautifully with the HydroCore, is because HydroCore is a great tool for working out. You're strengthening the muscles, you're strengthening the core, you're engaging the muscles, and then on the flip side of that, you can get this nice deep stretch using the HydroCore as the prop.
Perfect. So
yes?
Yeah, so as Jenna mentioned, we're going to use HydroCore. This is a kind of an experiment we're going to do. I asked Jenny, she was so kind, you know, to experiment and give me feedback. And let's see how it goes. So possibly this will be one of the first hydro yoga. Can we say that? Hydro yoga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hydro yin.
Hydro yin yoga, whatever.
Yes.
Hydro yin. I like hydro yin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then we will probably develop more video like this one, and so that will be interesting experiment. We'll start soon, and Jen will coach or will you know, direct us into the proper form of the movement and breathing and focusing, you know. So just relax, you know, enjoy this video and see what we can do.
Yeah, let's do it, everyone.
See you soon.
See ya.
Oh, I forgot, Matteo, my friend from Italy. We look like the mafia yoga because the sunglasses, because the sun. We don't mean to disrespect anyone, just because the sun is killing us. We are in San Diego, and then you are in Arkansas, into the clouds. So, you know, someone have to enjoy the nice weather and sun, right? You know.
Let's do this. Namaste.
Oh, ooh, namaste.
Namaste.
Okay. So guys, Jenny will demonstrate first the movement, and then me and Matteo will perform the movement. So first we're going to see Jenny, and then she will start the stopwatch, right? And we will try to hold the pose for how long?
We're going to hold each of these poses today for about 2 minutes.
Oh, no. 2 minutes.
So
okay.
remember, the goal is to relax as much as possible, and I'll guide you through this. But 2-minute holds, you're not engaging the muscles, and then there'll be some time to relax after the hold. And then we'll make a little bit of movement, and then we'll go into the next static hold.
I can see it will be 2 minutes of hell for us. I can already see that. Okay, let's show first Matteo. She will demonstrate, and after,
Okay, so we're gonna start with butterfly. Soles of the feet touch, knees expand out. Because of the tremendous spectrum of skeletal variations, it's up to you to create a shape that works well for you. So maybe draw the feet in closer to the body, maybe draw the feet further away, or maybe somewhere right in the middle. So the target area in this shape is inner thighs and groins. For some people, this is a hamstring stretch. You'll use the HydroCore. So we're gonna start with just a little bit of movement to loosen up the muscles some. So you'll push the HydroCore away, and then you'll pull in and lean back, and you'll push forward, and then maybe even sway from side to side. So we're just loosening up some. I'm going to scoot back. It's nice if you're on a yoga mat to have a towel so that the bag slides easily forward and back, loosening up, and then we're preparing for the static hold now. This will be the 2-minute hold. You'll pull the bag in. The feet are in between the horseshoe. And then you'll slide the arms over. And if you need a little bit more height, you can rotate the bag this way and let your forehead rest. Otherwise, you can slide it all the way in and find a position that works for you. Maybe you fold all the way forward, or you keep a flat back, depending if you have any sensitivities in the low back.
Good.
Okay, so you want to give that a try?
Let's do it.
All right, so again, soles of the feet touch, knees expand out. Pull that back. Okay, so let's make, so you might want to scoot back just a little bit, scoot back so that you can use the blanket as your kind of sliding factor. Yeah.
You want to go back a little bit? Yes.
There you go. Okay, so hold on to the knobs and let's make some movements first. Just you're beginning to loosen up, push it forward and then pull it in. So you just feel, so the primary target area, inner thighs, groins, and low backs. Yeah. Gentle movements forward and back, pull the knobs in. And it may even feel nice to kind of sway the bag from side to side.
Okay.
Lean to the right and lean to the left. There you go, just sliding, loosening up some. Notice where you feel tightness or tension and use your breath.
I feel everywhere.
All right, draw it in now. Feet in between the horseshoe. Begin to shift your torso forward. Rest your arms on the bag. If you want to try with a little bit more height, you can lift the bag up and see if your arms rest on top of the bag, or maybe even the forehead comes all the way down. You're using the bag as your prop. You can shift forward and back as well, like this. Forward and back, just to loosen up a bit more until you find your sweet spot. You're hunting for the stretch. Once you have found it, find your sweet spot, then you hold. I'm starting the 2 minutes now. You have permission to make some movements if you need to. But then relax the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Remember, unengage the muscles. Relax the shoulders and breathe into the areas of tightness. Steady the breath. Create a smooth and rhythmic breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And then take that mental scan. Notice if you're holding on to tension in the body. Are you physically gripping anywhere? The goal here is to unengage the muscles in the target area, inner thighs, groins, and maybe the hamstrings if you're feeling it there. Relax the muscles in the legs. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
And okay? Okay, find some stillness now. You're already at 1 minute. You have 1 more minute here. Focus on your breath. Focus on relaxing just a bit deeper. You're moving through the layers of fascia. Remember that deep fascia is anchored to the bones. You want to release the tightness so that you can promote more flexibility and mobility in the body. You're entering into your final 30 seconds. Can you breathe a little deeper? Create space with the breath. If you need to take an open mouth exhalation to sigh it out, feel free to do so. Final moments here. And very, very slowly release the HydroCore down and roll yourself up, stacking one bone at a time. Come to a seated position with neutral spine. Keep the eyelids heavy, let the arms come down. If you want to straighten out the legs, straighten out the legs. You have 30 seconds here just to allow the fascia to creep back to its natural position. This is your first rebound. And if it feels nice to make some movements, yeah, feel free. Roll your shoulders out. May even feel nice to bend the knees, soles of the feet come to the mat and sway the legs from side to side in a windshield wiper motion. This is swaying the femur bones, lubricating the joints, releasing tension in and around the hips. All right, guys, let's prepare for the next static hold. We're going to do an asymmetrical variation. This one's going to be a side body stretch, getting into the intercostals, muscles that attach the ribs into the outer hip as well. So you can choose the position with your legs. If you want to try that butterfly position again with the soles of the feet touching, feel free to do so. That's the variation I'll demonstrate now, and then I'll show you a couple other options. So the HydroCore, the bag will lay over the leg. Perhaps, it doesn't have to. You can try back behind you or even in front of you. It depends on what position you're taking with your legs. This is legs straight. This is legs bent, okay? You're gonna lay over the bag. One arm can rest either holding onto the handle or onto the mat. The other arm comes up and overhead. See how this feels for you. I like to bend my elbow on my available arm. Your arms become your levers. They help you increase or decrease the sensation. And then just lay over it. The goal here is to feel a gentle stretch from the armpit all the way down through the side body, all the way through the outer hip. Okay, that's going to be your shape. Is this yours? Okay, so try a couple different variations here. You can try with the legs straight, see how that feels. Or you can keep the legs bent and take that butterfly approach as we just did a moment ago. So draw your bag over, if you're taking the butterfly, over the legs. See if the horseshoe works like that. If it doesn't, then rearrange yourself. So one arm can go over.
I'm trying to translate his Italian, so try to...
Inside leg, no?
No, mettila così che è meglio.
You can try, you can even straighten the legs out in front of you. Yep,
Yes.
yep. It doesn't matter what the legs are doing. The focus is on the side body here.
Good.
Let me see. So it can be in front. You like that? This feels good? Yeah, then do that. Yeah, like that. That's good. Okay, there we go. Perfect, yeah. Okay, then this arm comes up and overhead. You could even bend your available arm and you can rest your head. Use this as a, yep, like that. Rest your head here. There you go, like this. Like this. So the goal is to feel sensation from the armpit all the way down through the side body. Do you feel that? Is it too much?
No,
It's okay. How about you? How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay. You guys are looking good. Keep the sitting bones grounded. If that left sitting bone comes up slightly, it's okay. But the goal here is not to force yourself into it, okay? Your one-way ticket out of any shape is if you experience pain. You should never experience pain in any shape that you create. This should be a therapeutic stretch, gently opening up. So breathe into it once again, steady your breath. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Okay.
More challenging than what looks.
Yes, it's especially as you're getting started with this style of yoga. It is simple to create the shapes, but not easy to hold and to steady yourself. You're already at your halfway point. Going on your inward journey, explore your interior atmosphere. This is the beauty of Yin. It forces you to slow down. We live such busy lives, overstimulated, always on the go. This brings balance into your life, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally for some, energetically. Your final moments here, breathe a little deeper. All right, slowly begin to ease yourself back to center, neutralize the spine. If you feel a bit tender or achy, that is a sign that change is happening inside of you. Take a moment in stillness, let the bones return to their natural position. And when you're ready, you can set up for the second side. If you need to make any movements before settling yourself in, feel free to do so. Beautiful. So lay yourself over. Use the bag as your prop. It's supporting you so that you can relax the muscles. Your 2 minutes has started now. And calm the mental chatter by deepening your inhalation. Your breath is always your anchor. It draws you into the present moment. Nice, smooth, deep breath, breathing into the areas where you feel tightness. All right, you've made it to your 1 minute mark. You're here for 1 more minute. Is there anywhere you can relax just a bit deeper? You guys are looking good. You got this. Entering into your final phase here. Deep breath. And very, very slowly ease yourself back to center. Find neutral with your spine and your pelvis. If you need to release your legs to a comfortable position, take a moment here. You can let the bag drop to the side or place it in front of you, whatever works best for you. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Okay, some little movements here to get the stagnation to clear. Rehydrate the tissues, lubricate the joints.
Awesome. Ooh.
All right. Should we go into caterpillar now with the legs straight out in front of you this time? All right, guys, we're going to do caterpillar now. This is a great one for the hamstrings as well and for the low back. And we're also going to do a nice stretch for the scapular muscle group between the shoulder blades. So these are the stress containers of the body. Okay, so place the bag between the legs. So the feet are on the horseshoe. So I like to shift my torso forward and pull on the knobs until you feel your first bit of resistance. You don't want to force yourself. Less is more in a yin practice. If you go too deep, too fast, you pull something or it becomes counterproductive and the muscles tense up, the opposite of what we're trying to achieve. So we'll move forward, and then as you shift your weight back around your upper back, drop your chin down, open up through the scapular muscle group. This is the tissues between the shoulder blades. And then deep breath in, shift your weight forward, feel it in your hamstrings, back side of the thighs, and shift your weight back. These are what we call yang activations, gentle dynamic movements before we settle into a static hold. Okay, so we go forward, back, then you shift your weight forward when it's time to hold, and we'll do another 2-minute hold here. I like to hold onto the handles and pull it in, and then rest my forehead on the bag, and then a comfortable position for the arms. So that's one option. You can lay it down if you're super flexy and you want to get even deeper, or perhaps halfway through you can go a little bit deeper into it if the body gives you the green light, and then you can lay into it. Got it?
I think the first one.
All right, get your bag, everybody. Place the bag between the legs. The feet are touching the horseshoe. Okay, so you're pulling on the knobs. Shift your weight back, round the upper back, shoulder blades. Drop your chin down. See how that feels? You should feel it between the shoulder blades. You feel that opening?
Yeah.
And then take a nice deep breath in. Pull yourself forward. Feel it in the back sides of the legs. Do you feel it in the back of the legs?
Yeah.
Okay, now, and then shift your weight back. Deep breath in, exhale, and then deep breath in. Just shifting back and forth at your own pace, connecting breath to movement. Forward and back. You feel that? Yeah. It's good. So just a little bit of movement here, loosening up some, upper body, lower body.
Bella join us for our yoga.
Hi, Bella.
Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Hi,
Okay,
Bella.
let's go 2 more times. Forward and back, nice, slow. Use your breath, deep breath. Create space in the body with your inhalation and your exhalation. Once you've finished your rounds, prepare for your caterpillar hold. You can reach forward for the handles or just drag the bag in, up over the legs.
Good.
You want to use this?
Oh, this one.
Pull it in and over the legs.
Yeah.
There you go. Up and over. Slide the legs. You can pull it in closer, however you need, so that you can find. If the head doesn't touch, it doesn't have to, but if you could also kind of prop it up. It's okay. You don't. It doesn't. You don't have to. Remember, everyone's skeleton is different.
Push it down like.
You don't want to be forceful.
Use the sledgehammer
Okay.
for him.
You could also try this on top of the legs
Yeah.
and shift your weight forward.
Okay.
Yeah,
look.
get creative with your prop. That's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
Make it work for you.
Yeah.
There you go. You can turn it to the side. Look at this. Beauty. Oh, you're doing down dog pose, huh, Bella? All right, we're starting the 2 minutes now. So hopefully you found a variation that works for you. Again, you have permission to be creative with your props and with your shapes. Relax the arms. Relax the arms. There you go. Relax the shoulders. Steady breath pace. You're creating an equal part breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And if it feels nice to take an open mouth exhalation to release tension at any point during these holds, you always have permission to do so. You've already made it to your halfway point. You're doing excellent. All you have to do is continue to slow down the breath pace. Breathe into the tightness. This style of yoga is super beneficial if you're an athlete, if you're very active, if you sit at a computer a lot, if you travel a lot. Those are all very yang activities. If you work out a lot, this is the opposite of that, and it brings balance into your life on so many different levels. So important. Final moments here. When you're ready, slowly begin to release yourself into your rebound on your back. This is your moment to relax. You have 1 minute here to relax, laying down on your back. Move as slowly as you can as you ease yourself out to keep the muscles relaxed. You can just let the prop do what it's doing. If it falls to the side or maybe it just stays in whatever position it's in, don't worry about that. Again, if you feel a bit tender or achy, it is all very normal. It's a temporary sensation. All you have to do is passively write it out. It's all about body awareness. Become more in tune with what's going on inside of your body. All right, make some gentle movements now. You can set the prop off to your side. You can stay laying down on your back. Sorry, Bella. So it may feel nice to bend the knees, feet come to the mat, and you can sway the legs from side to side. Just any movements here. Just go where the body takes you. Don't think much about it. Just natural, intuitive movements. Again, fresh blood flow, circulation, what we're promoting here. Okay, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
We're gonna do banana.
Banana.
We'll do about a 1 minute hold on each side for
Go banana.
banana.
Huh?
Okay. All right, so for banana, let me demonstrate this. And it actually might be good for me to demonstrate with my head this way and laying this way so you can see. Maybe, I don't know, we'll try that and then you guys can do the opposite. Okay, so for banana, this is a side body stretch. This is great for lateral flexion of the spine. Once again, getting into the intercostal muscles down through the outer hip and the IT band. Laying down on the back, I like to push the HydroCore all the way where my arms are straight. And then you start by walking the legs over to the right. Maybe you cross your left ankle over your right, or depending on what side you're working on. And then you'll pull the knob over to scoot the shoulders over as well. So you're creating a banana shape with your spine. Think about a C curve in the spine. So then you pull a little bit more. So for in this position, I'm using my right hand to pull, and the bag becomes the pressure. It helps you get a little deeper into the position. So one arm is relaxed, one is gently pulling onto it. And you can adjust until you feel the sensation. So again, all the way down the side body. How's that look? You guys got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that good?
Good.
Okay. All right. So place your bag towards the top of your mat where your head is. Okay, so listen closely first. You're going to stay flat on your back. So a lot of people make a mistake here and try to roll themselves over onto their side. But you want to imagine that you have like a sandbag in each of your butt cheeks. Keep them grounded, okay? All right, start by walking your legs over towards the right. Scoot, walk your legs over to the right. Legs, yep, exactly. Walk your legs over to the right. Okay, now you can cross your left ankle over. You don't have to, but that's an option. Okay? Okay, so now reach above your head and find your bag and your knobs, and scoot the bag over to the right as well. Scoot your shoulders over. Keep scooting your shoulders over. You should begin to feel the sensation down the left side of your body. So you could hold here. So like you're holding onto the, like here. There you go. Okay.
And the legs look okay?
Yep, the legs look good. How's this feel for you?
Yeah, looks good.
So you can use this and kind of pull onto that to feel the stretch all the way from the armpit down to the side body and the IT band. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
So you want
Okay, let me.
this.
Yeah, so you would pull depending on what side. You can try both. Some people like to, it depends, left or right arm. You can just experiment. That's the beauty of this style of yoga as well, is you can be creative and you can experiment. Experiment with your prop, experiment with your shape in your body. See what works for you.
What's a banana?
We're starting the timer now. You guys look like bananas. Again, recreate that smooth and steady breath.
Do I need like a body sheet on the ground?
You guys are looking good. If it's a slightly elevated, it's okay. So the goal is to feel the sensation down the side body. If the cheek slightly lifts, you're not absolutely doing it wrong. It's going to be a little different for everybody, but you guys look good as long as you're feeling it and it's not painful. Then you're opening and releasing the tension from the fascia. All right, you can just release the knobs And slowly ease yourself back to center. Let's uncross the ankles if you have them crossed. Walk the legs to center, the upper body follows. You can release this for now. Just, there you go. Neutralize the spine. Take a moment here. You're okay. You're not worrying about the prop right now. Just relax your body. The bones return to their natural position. The fascia creeps back. And notice how you feel differently on left side versus right side. Let's take a deep breath in. Open mouth exhalation. 2 more like that. Deep cleansing breath in. Detoxifying breath out. 1 more purifying breath in, nourishing every cell in your body, and as you exhale, still stagnant air leaves the body. Beautiful. All right, some gentle movements here before we go into the second side. It may feel nice to bend the knees, feet come to the mat. Sway the legs from side to side, windshield wiper motion. If you like to hug the knees into your chest, you can take that option as well, or any movements here that feel good. All right, let's prepare for the second side. Come back to center, slide the legs out and down onto your mat, and then walk the legs over to the left this time. You want to stop when you first start to feel the sensation down the right side of your body. Yes, arms come up overhead now. Reach for your prop and scoot the prop over to the left as well. And sliding it over. And slide it over. There you go. Perfect. Okay, you can cross that right foot over the left ankle. See how that changes it for you. So you're rearranging your bag. Use your knob. You look good. So that you feel the sensation down the right side of your body. You're using the bag to help you deepen into your stretch. So explore some different variations with that. How are you guys doing? Good. Really good? Okay. Starting the timer now. Once you've created your shape, then all you need to do is relax into it as much as possible. Another really great stretch. Nice and juicy, working through the tension, the tightness. Breathe into it. We're at 16 minutes on the little timer over there. All right, guys, come back to center. Ease yourself. You can release the bag. Just release, leave it where it is. Come to center super slow. Release your ankles. Yes, good. Let the bones settle. Okay, make some movements now. All right, great job on your banana pose. Start to make some movements now again, just natural movements. It may feel nice to take a full body stretch. Reach your arms up over your head, point your toes. Point and flex, and then release. All right, so you guys can stay on your back. I'm gonna demonstrate the next shape. You'll be able to see me, and then I'll demonstrate and I'll help you guys get yours. So we're gonna work into the hamstrings once again, just to show you another awesome stretch. I'll demonstrate from here. So you don't have to do this one from a seated position, but I'll show you a couple different ways. So if you're laying down, just press the bag down towards the bottom, bend your knee, place the foot between the horseshoe, and then begin to raise the foot up towards the sky. You're taking a hold of your knob, flex the foot, and then draw the leg in until you feel the nice sensation on the back side of that right leg, and you can sway the legs from side to side. So this one's just gonna be a little bit of movement, okay? You guys got that? Yep. Okay, does everybody have your bag? Is this your bag? Oh, here, let's get it. Oh, you want that one? Oh, that one's lighter actually. So it may be easiest to come. You can try some different positions. Maybe you sit up
We start here.
Place it between, let's,
Metti alla tua piede, così ci proviamo. Tu vai a destra.
and slowly begin to lower yourself down onto your back.
Let this go down, right?
Yep, slowly lower. Keep a micro bend in your leg that you have straight up towards the sky. Can you lay your head all the way back down onto the... You can bend this some if you need to. There you go.
Okay.
Next slide. Next slide.
Sway from side to side. You're working into large muscle groups here. So you have these four major muscles that make up the hamstring group. So we call it a target area for a reason, not a target point. Gently sway from side to side. Breathe into it. There you go. Breathe into the tightness. Nice, slow, mindful movement. Don't just throw the leg from side to side. Move mindfully, breathe mindfully. You guys doing okay? Yeah. Let's take a few more rounds of deep cleansing breath. All right, when you're ready, come back to center, begin to bend the knee, slowly lower your foot down. If you need to come all the way up, you can, or you can just bend the knee and let the bag drop to the side. Feel free to go straight into the opposite side, or if you need to take a little break in between, you can do that as well. Same idea on the second side. So as you can see, these guys are doing different variations, and that's perfectly fine. He has his right knee bent, he has his laying down. See what works best for you. If you're struggling, you could bend this knee and see how it feels. Let me see. Is that better?
Okay.
Easier?
Yeah.
Maybe a little easier. Okay. So you can try different variations. Yeah, this is like reclining caterpillar. It's the same when we were in a seated position, we were folding forward with both legs. This is an asymmetrical variation of caterpillar laying on the bags, laying on the back, targeting the hamstrings using the bag.
In yoga, use like a band or something like that?
Exactly, a strap. Yep. But the beauty of using the bag is that it gives a little bit more pressure. You don't have to pull in so hard. The weight of the water does the work for you. Deep breath, just here for a few more moments. All right, let's come back to center, bend the knee, slowly lower it down. You can come up seated, or you can just let the bag drop to the side. Take a moment. You got a break here. You can make some movements, or you can hold in stillness. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good? All right, you want to try the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to work into the hip flexors now, also the quad. I'll give you a couple different variations, and then you can see which one works best for you. Mind if I borrow your bag? All right, so we're going to start with rocking dragon. Start by placing the bag in front of you, come into a low lunge. This is, in Yin Yoga, we call this baby dragon. Okay, so the bag is up on its side. You're in your low lunge. You'll shift your weight back, straighten that right leg or the leg that's in front, and then fold yourself over. You can slide the bag in if you need to. It's up to you. You can find the position that works for you. It's just your prop. The beauty of it is that it's bringing the ground to you. So we're going to start with a little bit of movement, shifting forward and back. Fold over, then shift forward. And if you have sensitive knees and you're not on a cushioned ground, then you'll probably want to place a blanket or something under your knee, since we'll be holding. Then you'll shift it forward, and you'll rest your arm bones or your elbows on the prop, and you'll melt into it. Another variation, if you're advanced and you want to get into the quadricep, you can bend your back leg and reach back to get into the quad. So this is working hip flexor, quad as well. Okay? All right. Come into your baby dragon. I feel like you guys, okay, so let me show you something for both you guys. Since you're on cement, you can do this, roll your mat up, cushion. So much better. This, yeah. Add a little cushion. Better for the knee. Protect the patella. Don't want to cause any pain for yourself. All right, so let's start right foot forward. Come into your lunge. And then take a nice deep breath. Shift your weight back, straighten your right leg, fold over. shift forward and back. And as you're shifting forward, it may feel nice to take a little sway from side to side. Just try a couple different options and see what works for you. Get into it, breathe into it without being forceful. Remember, mild to moderate level of sensation is what you're aiming for. Good job. Let's go 2 more times, forward and back. Deep breath. Okay, the next time your weight is shifted forward, rearrange yourself over your bag. Use your bag for your arms to rest on. There you go, perfect. You should be feeling it in that left. If you have the right leg forward, you should be feeling it on the left hip flexor region. How do you feel?
Good.
Is it okay? All right, we're starting the timer now. Relax your shoulders. And then notice if your body's gripping in anywhere it doesn't need to be. If you're squeezing the eyes really tight, or maybe you're tensing the jaw. Can you relax the face? Relax the legs. Deep breath in, deeper breath out. You're 1 minute in, you have 1 more minute to go. You're training your mind to hold steady and calm while you relax the body. This is a practice. It is not an easy one. It can be a challenge. And if you find this to be a challenging practice, then you're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. It's probably what you need most. Final 30 seconds here. Breathe into it. Relax into it. You got this. All right, when you're ready, you can slowly begin to release the bag, raise yourself up, come to a position that feels good for you. You can make some gentle movements here if that feels good. Again, you could shift forward and back. If you want to step your legs back and come into down dog, that may feel nice. Pedaling out the legs, you press down through your hands and your feet, and some gentle movements here. See what feels good for you. And when we're ready, let's go to the second side. Step forward with your opposite leg. If you were following us, then this time it's going to be your left leg, but do what's right for you. Use your bag and shift your weight forward and back. Rocking dragon. First minute here is to loosen up a bit. And as you're shifting your weight forward, it may feel nice to give a little sway from side to side, and same goes for when your weight is shifted back. This becomes your moving meditation. And let's begin to prepare for your static hold. The next time your weight is shifted forward, rearrange your bag at the level that you need and rest your arm bones on the bag. Now we're working into the right side. And if you were taking that advanced variation that I offered and you want to try to reach for your dragon tail by bending your knee and reaching back, You can reach.
Oh,
You're probably not quite there. I don't want to
No.
force you into it. It's
I'm
okay.
not there.
We'll make it there. This is
Yeah.
practice number 1. You have to work your way into it. You want to give it a try? Let's see.
No
Don't
way.
force yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself. You okay? Okay. There you go. Oh. Never want to force yourself into a shape if it feels too intense. You don't have to do it. It's okay.
2 minutes like that? No way.
You're already at your halfway
Come
point.
on.
You're here
No.
for one
Like
more
7.
minute.
So you go as far as 7 minutes in the pose, you say?
Yes. So if you're working larger muscle groups, then you hold for longer periods of time, but you work your way to that point. You start to listen to your body, and if you've been practicing a while and you feel very open, but if you're working more delicate muscles in the body, like for example around the cervical spine, those are the very delicate muscles of the body, it's recommended to hold those shapes anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, not 7-minute holds. But if you're working big muscles like the hamstrings or the hip flexors, the more powerful muscles in the quads, then you work your way up. Beginner level start is about 2-minute holds. Next is about 3 minutes. Then you advance to 4 and 5-minute holds. You're here for just another 2 or 3 rounds of breath. Breathe into it. All right, slow exit out. You can release the bag and again make some gentle movements here. We have 2 more shapes. Are you guys up for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Go ahead and make your movements and I'll talk to you so you know where we're headed next. The next one is really great if you have sensitivity in the low back. If you have back pain, it's a very therapeutic one. It's a spinal compression. So when we're compressing the low back, we're also promoting more fluidity within the discs of the spine. So this is a great one we call Sphinx pose. It's a gentle back bending shape. You okay?
You're saying bad words in Italian. You never did anything that required flexibility or mobility in his life.
This is good.
You will remember, you will hate and remember you for the rest of your life.
Okay, so this is Sphinx pose. It's very important when you're doing back bending shapes that you do not force yourself. It's for every shape, but this one especially if you feel pain. This is like a stabbing or burning sensation, then the shape is not good for you, or don't use the bag, okay? So this is what it looks like without the bag. I'll show you different variations. Option 1. So again, the target area is the lumbar. Sacrolumbar arch is what we're aiming. You want to feel a mild to moderate level of pressure in the low back, okay? This is opening up the fascial channels down the vertebral column. So we start here for a few rounds of breath. Then you have your bag, and I like to have it in front of me so that I can easily pull it in and use the bag. In, and as you can see, it helps elevate a little bit more. So what happens? This helps to increase the sensation. So what normally we're doing if we don't have the bag, this is what we do, seal pose. You have to hold yourself up. But the beauty of using the bag is that it provides support, so you don't have to engage the muscles. You can rest on the bag, but you still get the same benefits in the low back. So we hold this one for 2 minutes. Then the counter pose, you release, you press yourself up, and you come into child's pose. And from child's pose, to get into the triceps, you keep your bag in front of you, pull it in, arms come up and over, bend your elbows and melt in. So not only are you getting into the triceps, but you're also getting into the thoracolumbar fascia that runs from the thoracic spine all the way down to the lumbar, opening up through that fascial band that runs down the back. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, so place your bag in front of you, come down onto your stomach. Perfect. Pull the bag in so that you're resting over your bag. Okay, so try some different variations with the feet. Relax the feet, there you go. So you can increase or decrease sensation by the position of your legs. Some people like to take wide legs. Some people like to take more narrow legs. See what works best for you. Then arch your back by resting on your bag. So come up like this, there you go. Arms come here, there you go. Slow and easy. Let the belly drop down. Let the shoulders relax. Then let the eyelids become heavy. Does this feel okay for you?
Yeah.
If it feels too intense, then start on the ground first. When the body opens up, then you can level yourself up onto the bag. Is this okay?
Yeah, feel good.
Feel good? So low back is what we're aiming. This is where you should feel a pressure.
Is it okay to look up a little bit? Or?
It's okay to have a neutral, neutral chin. Some people like to look down. Some people like to open up through the throat by looking up. See which one works best for you. Functional yoga, focusing on functional effects. The target area is the low back.
Feel it.
Breathe into it. This is not lazy yoga. We maneuver the body, manipulate the body, and then we relax into the shape. And that is when you begin to work into the connective tissues. You're 1 minute in. Breathe smooth and steady. Calm, stable state of mind. Train the mind, train the breath, you train the body to relax, to breathe. Final 3 to 5 breaths here. Breathe a little deeper. If you've not taken an open mouth exhalation, now may be a good time to do so. All right, everyone, we're going to release very slowly. You can just lay over the back. That might feel nice, actually, to take a moment. Yeah, just kind of take a moment here, relax, let the lower back release, let the bones settle down, feel the weight of gravity. All right, when you're ready, we will prepare for child's pose as your counter pose. So hands come down onto the mat, shift your weight up and back. Draw the bag in by holding onto the knobs. So you can take wide knee or narrow knee, it's up to you. Find the position that works for you. If you need to fold your mat again, you need next. For padding on the knees, don't forget you can roll your mat up.
Okay.
Want to make sure that you protect the knees. Do so by creating some cushion for the knees. You can take wide knee child's pose or narrow child's pose. Explore different positions with your legs. Knees out versus knees in.
Okay.
Pull your bag in. You can lay yourself over the bag. Bend your elbows. Perfect. These guys are doing beautifully. Palms touch if that feels good, or you can just relax your hands over your head or your neck. Let the hips become heavy, sinking down towards the heels. So this is a nice stretch, not only therapeutically massaging the patella. If you have any scar tissue or tension in and around the knees, you're working through that. You're also gently opening up through the quads, muscles on the top of the thigh. You also gently stretch out the ankles, and the feet get some love here. And you're working into that band of fascia that runs from the thoracic down to the lumbar. This is your thoracolumbar fascia. So rounding the spine here, and you're also getting into the triceps. A nice, juicy stretch. Breathe into it. Deep breath in and deeper breath out. Each breath helps you drop into the shape a bit deeper without being forceful. The weight of gravity will draw you in. Imagine that you're gently stretching that deep fascia anchored to the bone, releasing tension, creating more space, becoming more flexible. You're at your halfway point. If you need to make any adjustments, now would be a good time to do so. You could gently shift the hips from side to side, just loosening up a bit, and then you settle back into stillness. You guys are doing a good job. All you have to do is try to relax into it as much as you can. And your final few rounds of deep cleansing breaths. If you've not taken an open mouth exhalation, do so. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Open mouth. These moments that we pause and hold these shapes are truly a gift. An opportunity to slow everything down. When you're ready, you can ease yourself out. You can enter into your final resting pose. If you need to make any final movements on your way to resting on your back, we call this Shavasana. That's going to be how we close out the practice. But take a minute or so here to kind of wiggle out your fidgets, rehydrate the tissues, lubricate the joints in any way that you need to. Maybe a few rounds of cat-cow feel good for you. You can set your bag off to the side, and we'll take about a 1-minute Shavasana. This is one of the most important shapes of all, so do not skip it. You deserve it after that challenging practice. This is the most yin shape of all. And guess what? All you have to do is relax. Take up as much space as you need to. Let the eyelids become heavy. Let the eyes rest heavily in their sockets. Soften the tension around your eyes. Relax your jaw. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart space soften. Let the pelvis become heavy. The hips are sinking down with the weight of gravity. And let the bones become heavier and heavier and heavier. And let the muscles feel light as a feather. Let's take a few rounds of cleansing, clearing breaths together. And then you can surrender into your space. Take a nice deep breath in. Open mouth. Fresh oxygen. Breathe it into every cell in your body. And stale, stagnant air, sigh it out. One more, deepest inhale of the day. Let everything go. Full body relaxation. Surrender into the present moment and just be. And this is your final resting pose. Feel free to stay here as long as you would like. If you would like to close out the practice with us, slowly begin to deepen your breath once again and invite some gentle movements with your fingertips and your toes. Just coming back into the body. Gently sway the head from side to side. And take a nice full body stretch. Recollect yourself. Natural energizer. And when you're ready, slowly ease yourself up to a seated position.
Oh, that was amazing.
How do you guys feel?
We stay in that position for an hour probably. The beautiful sun, the sound of the water. That was amazing. Thank you, Jenny.
Yes, you're very welcome.
And,
Thank
I
you.
will post more info about Jenny, and again, she's one of the best into the industry here in San Diego. you're gonna check, you can check her website and Instagram. Follow her, please.
Yes, I would love that.
And hopefully we will post more of this. So please feel free to DM me, or just text into the app and let me know how you feel, what you think about this concept. Also, let me know, suck more on mobility, me or Matteo. I want to see that. Yeah, let's do more of this. Definitely.
Yes, I would love to. Yes, let us know how it feels in your body. If you have any special requests, would love to explore and experiment. Sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. See, like we have more possibility tools how to use a HydroCore in a different way from home, or just you can go outdoor and then enjoy the nice weather and perform this yin yang, hydro yin yang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hydro Yin. Good job.
Thank you. That was
Woohoo,
amazing.
yes.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
I
Thank
feel
you.
great.
Thank you.
I feel
Good
great.
job.
How
Good
you
job.
feel, Matteo? You feel good, Matteo? You feel good?
High five. Woohoo. First yin practice. Woo.
Thank you.